As the season has progressed, it seems like we're playing against the better and better football teams. We played against a good one last week, and now we're playing against another good one this week. They're 8-2. They're running the heck out of the football like they always do. They're playing good defense. That's why they have the record that they have. They run an offense that's a little unique. We've seen it before, but having a short week to prepare for it makes it a little more difficult than normal. We had a late night on Saturday night, didn't get back till 4 o'clock in the morning, so we're playing from behind a little bit.
How much of an effect do you think that's going to have on you and the players this week?
It better not have any effect. Otherwise, things won't go right. You know, I don't believe in any excuses. So.
Do you like playing on Friday nights?
No. I think Friday night is high school football, or should be high school football. I don't like the idea that we play on Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays. I don't like any of that. I don't think the NFL should play on Thursdays and Fridays either. I think that's high school football, and college should be on Saturday.
Like the Friday night games, the attendance is a little bit different probably. You know, Hawaii game, there's a big turnout. Sky Show game just came out. What do you think the fan turnout is going to look like?
I don't have any idea. I hope it's good. I mean, we've had two, even without the Sky Show, the game before the Sky Show game, we had a good crowd. Now it went on a Friday night. It was on a Saturday night, but I hope that people are enjoying watching the games and they're going to come. I hope we get a good crowd.
In Boise, I know you're focused on the game at hand, but did you notice at all that when you guys took the big lead that Boise State fans were pretty much filing out of the stadium?
And I'm just going to blame this on the weather, because I noticed they did not have a full house, which they usually do. And after halftime, I would say 3/4 of them have gone, had left the building. Now I'm sure if the teams had their way, we would have looked for a dome stadium somewhere too, but we didn't have the choice.
How much does Air Force look different this year, Rocky, on film than their 2-win season from last year?
Obviously, completely different. And basically, the football team is the same football team other than the quarterback. And the quarterback is having a great year, and they've moved the ball and scored points and won games. So with winning games comes confidence, and now all of a sudden everybody's playing better. That's the way those things work. So they're playing really good on defense, and obviously they're playing really well on offense. And it's a confidence factor now. I mean, they know they're good, so they play well.
Yeah. Are they quite a bit different from a New Mexico type of pistol option? Is it markedly different?
It's pretty different, even though they do run some of the same plays out of the same formations. They still get under center most of the time. And they still have a fullback that's right behind the quarterback most of the time. And they do run some triple option, old wishbone type triple option plays. But they're a lot more multiple on offense than they used to be. They do a lot of other things. They go back there and run the power play. They get in the shotgun and run the zone read option. They throw it a little bit more than they have in the past, and he throws it pretty good, and he's got a couple pretty good receivers that go get it. They're a lot more multiple than they used to be.
Yeah. Have you felt in the past against kind of the service type teams that your defense was particularly well suited to play those type of teams?
No, not particularly. I mean, most people like to be in some form of 8-man front against those kind of teams, and we don't have 8 front guys out there. We only have 6. So I don't. In fact, I don't think our defense is particularly set up for those kind of teams.
But you've done okay against it.
Well, New Mexico, we actually went to a 4-man front, 4 defensive linemen, and those kind of things. So we didn't really play our normal defense.
Rocky, do you feel this is a must-win to get to a bowl game?
Yeah, I love that question. I don't believe in must-wins. I think for us to qualify for a bowl game, we have to win both games. But whenever you say it's a must-win, it means that there's nothing after it. I mean, we got another game after that one. I mean, there's a future. And to be honest with you, I believe we have to win 7 games to get to a bowl game. But there's a lot of scenarios out there where we might only win 6 and get to a bowl game. So whenever there's a future, there's no such thing as a must-win.
Hey, Rocky, so before you guys played last week, Air Force and Nevada had finished their game. Did you think that had any effect on the morale of your players or confidence going into that game?
Well, I can tell you this, we didn't talk about it, but I'm sure most of them knew that Air Force had beaten Nevada. I'm sure they knew. Whether that had any effect on their preparation for the game, I don't have any idea. I think our team was ready to play. I thought they played really well. We made a couple mistakes that turned the game in the other team's favor. But they came ready. Our kids came ready to play. The weather had no effect on the way they played. I thought they played hard, aggressive. We just made 1 or 2 critical mistakes.
I don't think you commented on Jake Feely yet. If you want to comment on Cinder.
Well, for those that don't know, Jake Feely dislocated a bone in his wrist and has to be operated on. And it's a 4-week rehab. So, I'm sorry, 4-month rehab. 4-month rehab, so he's done for the season and probably for spring practice, which is really sad for him. I mean, it's sad for all of us, but it's really sad for him.
Have you spoken to him directly?
I talked to him about it after the game, but not anything about his future or anything like that, no.
Have you guys scheduled surgery?
Yeah, I think he's going to have surgery at the end of this week.
Coach, I'm not sure if you follow USD football, and I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, but they did qualify for the playoffs for the first time in their school history, and I was wondering if you had any comment on it, just because they're the other San Diego school down the road.
Well, I don't. I do read about them in the newspaper and that sort of thing. I don't follow them real close. I know their coach a little bit. He's a good guy. I think they do a great job. I mean, I didn't know that though, and congratulations to them.
Did you get any update on Barrett? Has he had even a chance to have an MRI yet?
Barrett is going. He might be doing it right now. He has a sprained foot. They don't think it's real bad, but he is in a boot. He was in a boot after the game. He's still in a boot today. He won't practice today. Hopefully he'll be able to practice a little tomorrow. We'll know more about it tomorrow after they get all the official pictures.
If he couldn't play, Rocky, how much would that affect what you guys do? Seems like
It wouldn't affect what we do. He's an awful good player. It would affect the how well that position has played all year long. I mean, we'd have to, obviously we have other guys that we can put in there now. Them being able to play to his ability or his level, I don't know.
Naeem McGee, is he going to practice today?
Yeah, he practiced last week other than contact.
Right.
And he was cleared to play in the game.
Yeah.
I thought Brandon Porter was playing so well, there was no reason to put Naeem in there.
Is it an open competition again? Or?
Well, that's an interesting question. I would say that practice has a lot to do with who or how much each one of them plays this week, yeah.
Seemed like there were a lot of questions about the secondary coming into the season. Young, really none of them had played that much. And they've really performed really well, top 30 pass defense. So what has your impression been of them throughout the year?
I think the safeties on our team have made the most improvement of any position on the football team. I thought the first 2 weeks they were really, really shaky, and they've continued to get better as we've gone.
Coach, would you say Air Force is the most effective rushing team you guys have played all year up to this point?
I think because of the style that they use, I think them and New Mexico have the same kind of effect running the ball. And I don't know where they're ranked. They're both ranked in the top 10 or top 15.
They're number 8, I think.
Okay, and they both run the ball really, really well. And they have similar styles. Not completely the same, but similar styles. So they're obviously a run-first team.